dudes and dudettes? How are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to What's the Damage, the good old WTD question mark here on my channel. The longest running series on this channel, man. My very first video ever was What's the Damage, and oh my god, I'm getting old, aren't I? That was like going on 7 years ago now, my first YouTube video ever, and I'm coming up on my 1000th video, which explains why I've been doing so much more of these concept vlogs lately, which will be today's will be today's theme. A concept vlog is a term that I coined on this channel here some time ago, which is a vlog that I come here and just talk to you guys, so no photos or videos. It's just me in the background music, and usually it's about a serious topic, as today is going to be. I've actually been enjoying these much more because it's a chance for me to be real with you guys and open up about my personal life outside of YouTube, so it's kind of almost like doing therapy in a way, depositing my thoughts here for the world to see. You might think, well, it's not good for the world to see your problems and whatnot, but I like it. It helps me kind of purge a little bit. And today I'm going to be covering a topic that is actually very in line with the lighting today. Today the weather is really sucky. It's overcast and it actually rained a little bit, so you guys might notice that the lighting is a little crappy. This is actually likely going to be the only video that I record today, just to make my life easier for tomorrow, which is when I'm going to upload it. But very likely on Saturday, which is tomorrow, I'm going to have to get up extra early to record videos in the morning before going to work. That's the sacrifice that I make for you guys, man. I know it's been crazy lately. So today I'm going to be talking about the concept of trust. Why is this video going to be What's the Damage as such a negative topic? Because I actually do have a negative output on this kind of thing. When it comes to trust, I admit that I have a very, very complex difficulty to trust other people. Unless you're a close friend of mine that I've known for many, many, many years, it's really difficult for you to, gain enough momentum, in my personal life to the point where I can trust you with anything. It's really complex. There are people who are more easily trustworthy than others, but I have gone through so many issues in my life involving trust, whether it's friends, and, girlfriends, even not parents, but family members, like other kinds of relatives. I have seen so many instances of broken trust within my own family and social circles that it gets to a point where it's really hard for me to look at somebody today, especially that I don't know or that I've known for very little time, and just be able to openly trust them with anything. It's a very complex thing. At least to me, it's really hard to, it's very hard for you to surrender yourself emotionally to a person where you can trust them with pretty much anything, because in my head at least, it's very easy for that person to break your trust. Whenever I've actually covered this a very long time ago in this video, I believe was called Unforgiveness, where I discussed how I have a hard time forgiving people who have wronged me. This is sort of like a spiritual successor to that, because I also have a hard time trusting, especially when it comes to women. I understand that might actually come off as a little offensive and sexist, but just hear me out. I have had a lot of bad experiences, with relationships. Not that my serious relationships were bad per se, but there were some instances in them where I felt, that it was very hard to trust my girlfriends at the time. One in particular who literally dated me for 8 months and cheated on me about 3 months into the relationship and still continued to date me for 5 months. There were so many lies, so many bad things were said between us, and she is actually the reason why it's really hard for me to trust women in particular. And I have seen more instances of, for example, women cheating on men than men cheating on women. I know that we men have this very bad reputation of being troglodytes and insensitive, and a-holes, and I do understand that. I understand that many men, the vast majority, are pigs. I do get that, but I think that it makes it easier for women to forget that they're also not perfect angels. And oh my god, that was honestly the perfect video for that to happen, and just amazing. It's gonna really induce my anger even more. But anyways, so my point being that trusting women after the things that I have seen over the years is very complex for me. This isn't meant to be a diss or an offense to my friends who are women, or other people who are in my life that are women. I'm just saying that there is always this, I know that it's wrong to generalize, but then again, women, they feel like they have the right to generalize that every single man is a certain kind of way. And even though I think it's unfair, I do understand why they do it. So I think it's a little fair for you to understand why I generalize that most women are untrustworthy, you know? And I know it's probably a very bad thing to say in today's day and age where everybody is easily offended and butthurt, especially women, you know? We have feminists who are just completely off their knockers lately, you know, have no idea what they're even fighting for or defending, but it's just this thing that I have, you know? A large portion of my distrust towards people stems mostly from women, but it's not that every single one of them are untrustworthy. It's just that it seems that it's the vast majority that I have seen over the years, you know. However, even though that I'm probably losing a lot of women subscribers at this point, let me just say one other thing. I have gone through many traumas in my life with women, you know. It's one of the reasons why I'm still single. Even when I feel like I'm attracted to somebody and I like them, I always have this thing in the back of my mind. What if she does what this ex-girlfriend did, or that ex-girlfriend did, or my cousin's ex did, or this woman did, or that woman did, or this and that, you know? The same exact fear and anxiety that most women feel when they get into a relationship with a man and they think, what if he hits me? What if he cheats on me? What if he abuses me? What if he does this and that? It's the same fear, but flipped the other way around. Just try to understand that at least. But let's stop talking about that. Now, this thing that I have with trusting is also because I lived for many years in Rio de Janeiro, which is a place where people are mostly associated with being untrustworthy, and they're like not everybody who lives there is bandits or thieves or criminals, but they do have like a hard shell. They have really thick skin because they are always they're always being victimized by people who are trying to take advantage of them, you know. But I have seen that for many years living there, so it sort of helped me develop this let's say a radar of sorts, like a BS detector. Sometimes I'll know when somebody is trying to pull a fast one on me just based on experience alone. Sometimes it'll be completely out of the blue, but many times I will be able to predict it accurately. Other times I won't, but I would prefer not to risk it, which is why it's really hard to trust people, especially when it comes to money, for example. Like, I don't know, like I have a good relationship with my neighbors around here, you know, and there is kind of like a mutual neighborly trust amongst us, you know, but you know, in a different context, it's really hard to look upon somebody that you don't really know too well and just give them your unrequited trust, especially when the people that you do know well can sometimes do things that you don't expect, you know? It's very complex, man. It's really hard to talk about this without offending people in a certain way, but that's why I do these concept vlogs, you know? There have been things going on in my personal life lately that have made me feel the need to get this video out. And it's not a remake of an older video. This is the first time addressing this topic on this channel here. And even though it might come off as a little controversial, at least I'm giving it to you guys straight. Whenever somebody makes a promise to you that they are unfortunately unable to keep, whether it's, you know, through means of their own or accidentally, it still puts a damper on the trust that you give to them, you know. And I'm a very sensitive person when it comes to trust, so if I trust somebody with something, even if it's very small and they fail me, it's already gonna leave a huge dent within me, you know. It's like, it takes very, very little effort for you to lose my trust, but very, 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 very much effort. I don't think I phrased that correctly. That didn't seem grammatically correct. It takes a lot of effort for you to gain my trust, but you can lose it very, very quickly, you know. And I'm pretty sure that that's the same for most people, you know, and this is how it should be. You should never give anybody your trust very easily, you know, because I mean, you have to make them work for it. You have to really make it a very valuable thing, especially if you're a woman, you know, because you can't just trust any guy or any other person that easily, because you guys have a much bigger emotional spectrum than us guys, so you really should make us work for it more. And I follow that same line of thought. Like, if I have known somebody for many years, or if they have gone out of their, even if I haven't known them for too long, but they have gone out of their way to show that I can trust them, you know, then that's okay. I have no reason not to give them the benefit of the doubt, but in many instances, it's very complicated, man. It's really hard because I have just been, I'm pretty sure many of you can relate. I have been a victim of broken promises time and time again, and it's been a very painful process to kind of, you know, for those scars to heal. Let's say to this day, you know, it's the same thing with my ex who was unfaithful. Whenever I want to get in a relationship with a woman, I always think that there's a possibility that she's going to be unfaithful, no matter how many times she shows me that she's not going to be, you know. It's because of that trauma, let's say. It's ingrained in my head, and because it's called trauma for a reason, man. It's there to possibly affect you for the rest of your life. You know, many people can overcome certain traumas, you know, they can overcome their PTSDs, the post-traumatic stress disorder, you know, but it really does vary a lot from person to person, how psychologically enabled they are, how strong they are, how strong-minded they are, you know. But with me, I have always been very, like, I've always been mutually on the spectrum, you know, like I can be strong-minded, but I can also be very weak-minded. It does depend a lot on what the context actually is, and I'm just not a big fan of feeling these feelings many times. You know, the pain just kills me at times, and it's really hard for me to talk about these kinds of things, you know. But it's good for me to come here and occasionally give you guys a more serious topic. You know, I've been doing some more humorous and kind of goofy slapstick videos lately, but sometimes I feel the need to just come here and open up a little bit more to show you guys that there's much more to this channel than just, you know, the comedic side. And I've been playing a new game on my channel lately that's been a lot of fun. It's really nice to record and edit, but in the midst of that, I just want to kind of give you guys some more in-depth Chazzy, you know, just to share you a little bit more about more of my personal life and how sometimes things do get a little difficult. You guys know that I struggle with anxiety. I have gone through depression, and I am going through something right now in my personal life that's really hard to talk about, that I don't want to address. Although I did partially mention it in this video here, talking about sentiments, you know, and this other thing. But let's just say, if you've watched that video, let's just say that things have gotten worse, and it's been a battle. It's been a battle, and it's really hard for me to trust these feelings to anybody else, you know. So this video really went off the rails a little bit. It kind of took a different, kind of went down a few different pathways along the way, but that's essentially it. It's very, very hard for me to trust somebody, and if you relate to that, let me know in the comments below things that have happened in your life, you know, to make you feel this way. If you feel like you can trust certain people, you know, friends and family, let me just know if you're similar to me, because sometimes that's a very important factor, you know, relating to somebody. Maybe it helps me kind of, you know, purge the feelings in a way. But that's essentially it, guys. I just wanted to let you know. And yeah, I think that's it. If you caught me glancing behind under the camera, that's because I have a little mirror to see if it's still recording, because my battery is low, so I just gotta make sure it's not gonna turn off there. But I think that's essentially it. That is essentially it. If there was anything that was controversial in this video, if you were offended by anything that I said, I don't care. You know, if you're easily that butthurt, stay off the internet, especially YouTube, you know. This is just a place for me to give off my opinions, and I don't care, you know. I don't even care about getting canceled, because I don't think I can get canceled. I mean, I don't even have that many views, you know. Just take it in stride. It's just my opinion, okay? But if you do want to debate something that you thought was offensive, let me know in the comments below in a very controlled and mannered way. And that's it, guys. I gotta go because I'm getting kind of busy. I'm hungry and my back hurts, you know. This is a very complicated video to get out. If you happen to like it though, please go ahead and give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel, because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell too, so you can know exactly what time I upload. And it's all good. It's all good. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the trustworthy outro screen. This one you can trust.